Guys, I got something I gotta tell you. I've been thinking long and hard about this. I didn't really know how to say this, but I don't know how you'd say something like this. I guess you just say it. I'm a ninja. I'm just kidding, I'm not a ninja. No, I'm not, I am a ninja. Welcome, Sifu Brad. Sifu Brad is here to teach us some Kung Fu.
You got it.
What should we start with? Swords? Ow! I'm feeling scared. I threw one punch, got very lightly blocked, and my arm feels like it's broken.
This is how I learned Kung Fu, by the way.
Yeah.
In straight up, like, no uniform, no belt system, on concrete floors, no pads, no mouth guards, no BS. It's just straight up like, you got punched, you should have blocked it. You got...
Okay, lesson over. No, just kidding.
You got cut, got a Band-Aid for you, right?
Yeah.
You're bleeding really badly, find a towel and let me know when you're ready for class. Like, we learned like hard score. There was no mirrors and commercialized, like all of this stuff. It was straight up like, okay, some bad guy's gonna try to hurt you.
Yeah.
This is legitimately how you're gonna stop them. You gotta make yourself harder than your opponent, because if you're throwing a block at their punch and their blocked punch hurts your arm,
Yeah.
they won, right? But if
Right.
you block that punch and your block hurts their arm, it's like legit.
All right, guys, we started the warrior boxes. The first one was the samurai, and the second one is the ninja box. So I wanted to learn everything I could, and I love learning about all these different things and the traditions and seeing how those things can relate to skateboarding, because skateboarding is a battle, it's a struggle, you're going for it. So Sifu Brad, tell us everything.
Sure. So traditionally, a ninja would be practicing the martial art of ninjutsu, and there's all of the bushido, there's plenty of ritualistic and true to form traditional ninja practices, if you will. The system of martial arts that I tended to gravitate toward is called Wing Chun, and it's actually a Chinese style of Kung Fu. Sifu is a word that means teacher or master. Okay. Essentially, you're a Sifu of skateboarding. You teach people how to skate, right?
Yeah.
So
how long does it take to become a Sifu?
as long as it takes.
Okay, yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
My roots for martial arts are from right here in the San Francisco Bay Area. My Sifu Ernie, also a San Francisco Bay Area native, incredible story. He was partially paralyzed when he met his Sifu, Chan Sing. The left side of his body was really banged up from an accident that he had had. And when he was introduced to this form of Kung Fu, he's actually completely regained his mobility. He rides his bike around, throws his kids around. You would never know that he ever had an injury. So the actual style and the physical movements of Kung Fu really helped him, but also some of the herbs that we'll talk about a bit later. The butterfly swords are one of the 3 official weapons of Wing Chun Kung Fu.
Okay.
Aside from these bad boys, we've got your chucks, you've got your bow staff, but these are my personal fave right here. I like butterfly swords because, as you can see, I'm holding 2 swords with one hand. I can be pretty effective that way. And then in a flash, you can separate them, and now you've got 2 metal weapons sitting in front of you ready to knock some limbs off.
Yeah.
You hit somebody in his neck, maybe his head isn't gonna actually roll off like in the movies, but he's at least got some broken vertebrae up there with this thing. Oh yeah. We'll be going back and forth on the center of this beautiful skateboard park with you attacking me, and then me coming back and attacking you. So the very first part of this form, we point our swords ahead, and we just drop our fists here, right? Then we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Now you're gonna take your left sword and put it like right here under your chin, and you're gonna step forward with your left foot and your right sword and basically come to chop my arm off. Now after that, you're gonna step forward with your right foot, bring this one down in front of your body and chop my ankle off.
What?
Right? Cool. Now step forward with that back left foot all the way and repeat this move with that hand and chop my other ankle off. Good. Now you're gonna come with a big overhand right with that right hand sword and come right through my head and then push it down. Right, and now you're gonna lunge forward and stab me in the chest. With the right sword.
Oh.
Ready? Good.
Oh, that's epic. Let's just do that one again.
All right.
We gotta get this like good. Oops. What? Watch yourself, Glow! Okay.
You're gonna marry them up.
What?
Whack! Both feet are squared up with your shoulders.
Okay. I like that.
That's it.
And then we do another.
1, 2, 3. You're gonna step backwards because I'm coming with my left foot.
Yeah.
Good. Now stay in that position. Go for it. Whack. Do that again. Switch sides. Whack. Yeah. Bong Sao sword.
Yeah.
Stepping back once again. Pow. Now I'm gonna push this down and into your chest. You see how I'm always holding this other sword as like a block?
Yeah.
When I come here and lunge towards you, you're just gonna spin everything out to the right.
Okay.
From here.
Oh, that was scary.
Gangster.
Up. You gotta watch that up. I thought I was going down. I almost lost the earlobe. Oh, dude, it's gnarly when you're getting attacked.
Right? It's a real deal, dog.
No, boy, no. I feel like Ricky wants to give this a go.
He totally wants to give this a go. He's in front of the line. Look how much closer he got to the stage.
I know, he's trying to hold it in. That's his body position when he's trying to hold it in. Look at his hands. He's like,
Nope.
No.
There you go.
Double Bonsao.
Dude, but you're so, you have like an inch to go and you totally got it.
Yeah, okay, let's keep. Only left. That's the one that gets me every time.
Ha! Well done.
All right, McNugget, throw it up here. Go. Woo! Okay, so we went and got these yesterday from the local hardware store. I told Ricky, get the hardest wood you can get. And then that one is a thick beast. So you gotta teach me how to do this. Yeah!
Out of an abundance of caution, I'm going to recommend the safety glasses I packed for Professor Kyro. So to demonstrate the power of Wing Chun Kung Fu, we often hear about like the 1-inch punch power, right? And in Hollywood, you've seen plenty of like Bruce Lee movies where he's breaking ice, and then Kill Bill, remember she was like in the casket and she's like punching through the top of the casket?
Yeah.
Which was rad, it was super theatrical, but in truth, that's a lot more than 1 inch. That's more like 4 or 5 inches, right? A true 1 inch should be from this knuckle to that knuckle. So we use this as a demonstration of how much force one can exert from a very short distance. Remember I was saying earlier, like that boxer with that big heavy overhand right? Yeah. Well, a Wing Chun person can really just exert a lot of energy from an inch away.
Who else got this? Who else got this? I ain't getting bodied. We getting bodied today. I almost died.
It's kind of like resonating up. You just grab it. Like right now we have something called the 10 toes dig in the ground, like a bird on a tree. So grounding is a super important element of Wing Chun Kung Fu. Okay. It's because if you're blocking, you don't want to be the guy that's being pushed back. You want to be like cemented, grounded where you are. Woo! And if you're throwing that punch, the same thing applies. You need to be grounded to get a good exertion of energy, right?
This is some Dragon Ball Z stuff. Ow.
With this, try to keep your finger touched to it the whole time. In Wing Chun practice, we really just stay grounded. But think with your toes are really dug into the concrete. You're not gonna be pushed back, and only your force is gonna go through the target.
Yeah! Get up off off me! Just kidding. Do I need to believe on this one? Because I don't. Oh, mother! I broke this finger earlier.
Yeah, just keep it on. Just real quick, you got it.
You knew that was gonna happen. So ever since then, I can't quite fully bend it and make like a good fist. Ah, that one's mosh.
In this case, rotate those feet like you did earlier, like the windshield wipers. So your hips, your shoulder, and your punch are all coming right through.
And does it help to throw a little? Ah!
Always helps, always.
Ouch!
Good? Yeah! Let's go! Boom, baby!
Don't hit me, Rick Rowe. Ah! This is the beast mode.
Yeah!
Who do you want to be on your zombie killer team? Remember this video. That my punch in that slow-mo looks so terrible. Okay, you ready? Yep. Oh!
Wing Chun, all of our kicks are really low, right? They're meant to like go for basically taking out his foundation.
Yeah.
But rewinding the clock in my martial art career, if you will,
yeah,
you'll go to some taekwondo for a kick to break that board.
Okay.
And the front kick is going to be most practical for that demonstration. You need to kick his chest. That's really bothering you right now. Get that chest out of here. Exactly. Push it all the way through.
All right, guys, I'm super excited for the next Braille box. The first one was Samurai. This one is Ninja. Let's go! Look at how epic that is. Look at that. Red paper. Look at that ninja sticker. Does it get cooler than that? Dear Aaron, what shoes does a ninja wear to work? Answer, sneakers. P.S. The women of Braille are incredible. Shout out to them. We would be nothing without them. Let's give a shout out to the women of Braille. Troy not included in said women of Braille. How sick is this sticker though? Oh, dude. Wow. So good. Is that a sticker? How do I not even know what's in my own boxes? You know what I mean? Ninja Braille mask. Hi-ya!
Oh, I love that.
And a red one. Every box comes with a fingerboard? I mean, that's worth the price of admission alone. Braille Army, welcome to the second Braille mystery box. It's so funny because it's not a mystery. Ninja edition. You get a pen, blue, green, black, or red. Blue, there is only 2 available, ultra rare. Green is just rare. Red is uncommon. There are only 21 available, and then there's 72 of the black. There's some really rad ninjutsu techniques, which all of these guys are very highly trained in. Behind the scenes of the videos, man, we are training ninjutsu every night. We're battling beasts, demons, and gargoyles. Oh boy. As Glow says, that's drip. Look at that. That's drip too, no? And then on the back, dude, that's good. That's good. Every box comes with a board. Yeah, how sick is that? Yeah, and in our first mystery box, we only had 1 board. In this mystery box, oh, there's the pen. Who put this box together? Yeah, that's a common one, but it doesn't matter because it's still sick. I mean, I'll take the black one. 4. There's 4 boards? Why? Who never told me there's 4? These boxes are limited to 100 boxes, so the pens, there's only 100 pens in existence. You get to choose which of the 4 boards you would like in your box. The Ninja Braille mystery box available right now at brailleskateboarding.com. So get them while you can. These will go fast. So go ahead and check them out right now at brailleskateboarding.com. I already broke my hand, now I'm gonna break my neck. I probably shouldn't say that before we skate the vert ramp. Oh, what? Okay, so what should we do with this?
Oh man, I'm thinking like a nice fruit salad, you know? It's not really melon season, but I know how to chop one of these bad boys up.
I throw this and you chop it?
This is like a one-handed sword.
Yeah.
This is not, I should say, traditional Wing Chun Kung Fu weapon.
Okay.
It's extremely sharp, but if you were to like lob that bad boy up right around here, I bet it could do something pretty cool.
Yeah, boy! Yeah, boy! I love Glow. Look at that cut, though. He was just trying to get away from those kicks. Like, please do not hit my shoes.
Yeah! Hey, that was an impressive swing.
Yeah!
What? What did you not notice about my ninja training?
So let's do something, I call it like practical Kung Fu, all
Yeah.
right? Practical is like you're out somewhere, some guy gets a really bad idea to try to hit the Aaron Kyro on his jaw, right?
A lot of people want to go there.
Why would he ever do that?
Leave it in the comments below.
This is gonna be your like standard go-to block.
Yeah.
And in Chinese it's called the Tan Sao, and Tan just means open hand. All that I'm gonna ask you to do, firstly, is just sock me in my jaw with like a right cross.
Like, actually?
Like just straight up connect and knock my face down there.
No, no. Okay, that hurts, man. Okay.
So let's go down to like half speed and I'll show you the mechanics of that block. So basically your Tan Sao is gonna originate here, and like a windshield wiper, it's gonna kind of like come from the center of what we call the center line, which
Yeah.
is basically what Wing Chun Kung Fu is predicated on.
Yeah.
And it's gonna come outward, not much further than this shoulder, right?
Yeah.
So you can see what's happening here also. I've got my wrist kind of creates a natural lock on your punch, right?
Yeah, a little hook.
What's really cool about Wing Chun is that's actually the very first system of Kung Fu ever created by a woman, handed down to another woman. A dude of my stature that doesn't have a whole bunch of like weightlifting
Yeah.
can be extremely effective with the system of Wing Chun because it was created for folks with smaller figure, smaller form. What's happening is I want to just freeze right here. Keep your arm right there. You are throwing this punch at me, right?
Yeah.
And you've got your forward inertia from your punch coming toward me. That's one source of energy, right?
Yeah.
Number two is me actually catching that punch and pulling you even further in. Now, if I were to inflict an offensive counter,
Oh, no! Is that what you do?
naturally what will happen is you're coming toward me with your own force, I'm catching your offensive, and I'm exerting my own energy toward you. So that way I don't need that much power to just really send you flying, right?
Yeah.
I assume that he's going for the most effective blow in the center line of your body.
Yeah.
So you're kind of just like swooping that out.
Yeah.
And as you do so, I just want you to take your right hand and just extend that through back to my chin.
Okay.
Super slowly, the first move is here, bang, pow. I want you to imagine your feet are like windshield wipers, and you're just gonna kind of rotate on the balls of your feet
Oh, this way?
that way.
Oh, yeah, okay, that makes
'cause
sense.
Feel, yeah,
Boom!
feel that lock, right? Bang, pow.
Just so you guys know, we don't actually like want to teach you how to fight, but it's good defense and it's a good system that you learn. And I think there's all kinds of like practicality to also the physical aspects of being healthy, right? Okay, so come at my throat. To your throat.
Yeah.
How's that? Was my feet? It's pretty good.
You were like a windshield wiping ninja down there with those feet. That was amazing. I'm gonna show you something that's maybe slightly more brutal. Firstly, think with just reading your watch.
Yeah.
I wanna show you something. Just freeze right there, right? If I push this into your chest, it'll go fairly easy.
Yeah.
Now take your fingers and just point them back at my eyes, okay? Watch. See that?
Yeah.
You're just basically, think of it as a circuit, right? Like you're redirecting that energy back to the opponent, and that is a solid block. If you give him some muscle in there, he's not gonna be able to get into this box right here. And that's all this is what's called a bong sao block. That's all that block is gonna do is keep this box space impenetrable from your opponent's punch, right?
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so now the brutal part.
Yeah.
So that's my bong sao block, okay?
Okay.
If I were to exert the opposition to that, I kind of flip over your arm, and now I've twisted it a little bit, exposing all this elbow space right here, and that forearm is just gonna wreak havoc on your punching arm.
Oh.
Like, can you imagine? You already feel the vulnerability, right?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Bong sao, good. Now that hand flips over and then breaks right through his elbow.
So, all right, come at me, Rick.
Get him.
So that's how you do kick flips, guys.
And this is called the chain punch. Wing Chun Kung Fu is predicated on the center line, right? So everything really focuses down the center line. If I come and I push Aaron on his shoulder right here, that shoulder goes back. If I push him on his center line, Aaron goes back, right? Same amount of exerted energy. And that's the same concept with respect to offense in Wing Chun as well. So we throw our punches right from the chest, as opposed to like a boxer who's got a lot of power in that punch. They throw it from the outside, these big like winging punches, right?
Yeah.
The simplicity of what's called a chain punch is you take, let's call this our punching hand right here, and it's just gonna stick right out from your sternum. Your left hand, just put it right here, just past the elbow.
Yeah.
That first punch is gonna drop 3 inches, left one comes right over top. Bang. Now repeat that process with the right hand. Pow. And you just threw 3 center line punches. I'm gonna argue that's just as powerful as one big haymaker from somebody's right hook, right?
Yeah. When he moves, like, you can hear it. When I move, nothing. How you do it fast?
Hey, you did good. I was punching my own knuckles for my first lesson, man.
All right, so a huge thanks to Sifu Brad for coming out here and teaching us everything that we learned today.
I brought you a couple gifts. You talked about the great Bruce Lee. So Bruce, as I mentioned, started his Kung Fu practice, if you will, in the same style that I now teach, which is Wing Chun Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Big shout outs, by the way, to Shannon Lee for representing. This is definitely a tribute right here to the roots of Wing Chun Kung Fu. And in your left hand is a bottle of what's called Dit Da Jia, which in Chinese literal translation is restore what is broken. So we did a little bit of punching today, and I think you might have some bones and some knuckles that could use a little bit of love.
We need to restore what is broken, because we're broken.
We broke some bones.
Look at this, Brad. Look at that.
Yeah, the baby. Yeah, you're gonna need some good Dit Da Jia in there, man. Spill a little in there and then rub it right into your knuckles. For a male, you wanna rub it in a clockwise fashion. You ladies at home with your Dit Da Jia, counterclockwise. I'll tell you something very special about this particular mixture of Dit Da Jia. So I mentioned earlier, my Sifu Ernie, was partially paralyzed when he first was introduced to this art of Wing Chun Kung Fu. Well, in combination of both the martial arts physical movement and in the application of the Chinese herbology, such as this exact recipe for Dit Da Jia, as prepared by the great Sifu Greg Yao in San Francisco. This is very, very special Dit Da Jia, my friend. This is like, in America, we have like, everybody's kind of got their own version, their own recipe of barbecue sauce. This is like grandma's down-home recipe of Dit Da Jia right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like the really, really good stuff. So that's for you, brother.
That's epic. Let's go! Okay, well, again, a huge thank you for coming out here.
My pleasure, bro. Anytime.
And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. Like I said at the beginning, the idea with the warrior boards is not to just have a cool graphic on a skateboard, but it's also to learn something. And how can you take that culture and make it part of your life and improve your life in some way? So I think that's really cool. And I hope you guys learned something from this video.